All right, so we got another Loose Cannon, Charisse Mills video they put out. I guess they called Adam 22. I made a little video yesterday about Wack calling Ak and going off on Charisse. So now Charisse and Luce call Adam and pleading their case or whatever the case may be. It's pretty interesting. I don't know if all this shit's a play or if they're really beefing. I don't know, bro. I'm lost. But for the sake of content, you got to believe what they're saying, because if not, you just be calling people liars all day and, you know, Debbie Downer or whatever. So for the sake of content, they're beefing. Let's hear what they got to say.
Doing all the extras.
I'm talking crazy and I'm in jail.
Yeah, I mean,
Doing the extra. Wack is my guy. I don't understand what's going on that's out there that he have problems with people on my team or whatever that is. It's just like if people running content or whatever, I'm in here. What can I do? You get what I'm saying? He knows that. So what is the point of getting mad at and telling?
I'll just slide myself right in here into the thumbnail.
What I'm doing to Wack.
okay, this is what he wrote on Instagram about you and Charisse. He wrote, I'll put it on the screen for the people. He said, for the record, I don't owe you or nobody else a dime. You continue to overstep your boundaries with men and disrespect. You have one more time to play with my name, and I'm going to remind you that y'all came to me for the plugs, not the other way around. This ain't your lane. You're on a mission to start a war between two men. All you got to do
federal prison.
All you got to do is try me. I ain't the godfather to shit. Count me the fuck out. Get the fuck out of here. You're dumb in the brain.
Dave Loesch said, try me, try me.
Camera turned you into something else. Hashtag mistress. Now talk about the OnlyFans. Leave me the fuck alone, please, before I get on bullshit.
That's great. If Wack really took it personal the other day when she was talking to Ak and said they're mistresses, it's almost when DW Flame got mad when Adam said bad bitch energy. You can't take everything as literal as the meaning or definition. She's pretty much saying that you guys are homies and you're BFFs and you're on and off. I just don't see that being a word. You could use it if you're trying to start a problem, for sure. What are you talking about? But when I first heard it, it didn't come across to me she was dissing y'all. If anything, she was saying that y'all are close and it's secretive.
Yeah, so let's talk about the OnlyFans.
He's calling out Charisse with that. He's saying that she's putting shit between him and him.
Yeah, so we can talk about the OnlyFans thing.
The OnlyFans thing. Luce, I saw Charisse chewing on your balls. I hope that was you.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
So all that stuff is out the window. She was.
Aren't real gangsters not supposed to do porn? I mean, they'll give it with your old lady or whatever. But what this just kind of shows me is that they've been looking for something to try to make money, or they're clout hungry, money hungry, but they're just, let's try it all. Yeah, fuck it. I mean, I even said it, bro. If someone could give me 30, 40 grand a month and was here, screw your wife on camera, bro, I'm talking my old lady into it. But you got to work your way up to getting that kind of money. So that means you got to fuck for free for a long time and promote it and let everybody know that you're doing it to build up and get money. But if some company was, hey, you two, I'll pay you 30 grand a month. All you got to do is film it and send it with no promotion on my end, not putting it out there. Fuck it, bro. Let's do that shit. But to try to build it up from the ground up, that's a lot of work just to fucking put your dick and balls out there for everybody and promote it to all your friends.
She was doing it, and then I told her once we got married, all that stuff is going to stop. We had fun with it.
You're not married, though. You're still married to another woman, so how can she stop when you get married? I mean, maybe when she got pregnant, when you had the kid, but marriage, that's a technical term by law. You need paperwork to be married. You need to go to the court. You can't just do a little skit, and I do a little TikTok skit. That ain't it.
And that's it. You know, things get leaked, but it is what it is. And then after that, I mean, it ain't no shame getting head from your wife. You get what I'm saying? If you put it on camera, we put it on camera. And homies, what's wrong?
By all means, hey, I'm a fan. I support that kind of movement.
Yeah, so that ain't a bad thing or whatever. But Wack and Charisse is just going back and forth over there. I had a talk with Charisse earlier, but the plugs and stuff, it's like we help each other. when it came down to I made money with Wack, Wack made plenty money.
That's funny. Why'd they use the picture of Adam when he ran into the door or whatever he ran into and he split his eye open? I'm pretty sure this is it when he had to get stitches. Why'd they go back and use that photo?
Money with me. So what is this? The high show thing? I know he did the no jumper shit and stuff that, and then it started it off, but I made my own way too. You get what I'm saying?
By all means.
Discredit me. He discredited my wife. She's doing her stuff too.
But you think that she's trying to turn you and Wack against each other? Or I thought you were already kind of having these anti-Wack feelings from the beginning, because let me just hit you with a narrative.
I'm not sure exactly when it started, but I seen Luce's homie IB4 Hoodlum dude dissing Wack for a while, really going off. I watched most of these little calls Luce and Charisse do. I didn't really see her dissing Wack too much, I don't think. And I watched most of them. That IB4 Hoodlum dude has been, and Luce just kind of caught in the middle, but that's it. This gets a little gay right here.
That a lot of people think that, in particular Trap Lord Ross, they think that you saying that you were falling out with Wack over the fact that he reported on the cops raiding your house when you allegedly got swatted or whatever, they think that was all a cover because you actually were mad at Wack for basically getting Big U caught up because you knew that you were going to get caught up as a result of some of the shit that Wack, or that Big U and you did together.
I mean, I could see maybe that. I think Luce just stood on business and went, bro, that's borderline telling. Even though the parents to Rashawn Williams put it out there, confided in 600 and Wack and yada, 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 and supposedly they wanted money from Wack, so Wack didn't think it was real, blah, blah, blah. I don't see that really being the play here. I just don't.
No, me and Big Useless didn't do anything. Me and Big Unisex never did not one thing together. So
you robbed the weed shop, or you extorted him, right?
And you should be saying allegedly. Right, but I guess maybe you're saying this so then he can deny it yet once again.
No, never robbed no weed shop, Adam. You know that.
But then why does snitch number one, Monster, whatever that dude's name is, I think he says you're part of it. He says you're part of it.
I guess Wack is primarily mad because you guys are kind of trying to finesse money out of him, I guess, or like trying to paint the narrative
but
that
money out of who? Out of Wack?
I guess.
That's crazy. Well, how are we going to get money out of Wack? We got our own money.
I don't know.
We got our own businesses. We got our own houses. We got our own property.
I'm being told that last night, Charisse was saying that Wack needs to start supporting more.
No, this is, Adam, you got to go, unless you're just trying to create narratives and get a reaction. You obviously didn't watch the video. It's not that long. Could have watched my video yesterday. Just kidding. I started the conversation, and then she went into it and was pretty much just saying, yeah, I ain't heard from him. I wouldn't really say it was that deep of a dig. But what was a little weird when the diaper conversation came up and said she didn't get none, and then the other place pays her $10K a month for the diapers, and if Wack wants to get involved, you're going to have to pay the $10K. That's where it got a little awkward, but for the most part, Akademicks, once again, kind of started the problem by asking the questions. And then when Wack called, he told Wack about it and then kind of worded it a little different to Wack, so that set Wack off.
No, Wack don't have to do anything.
That's false. You need to go listen to the interview. I never said that.
I do. I'm on stream, but I do need to check that out.
Yeah, when you check that out, you'll see I never did. Akademicks asked a question, and I answered it. And I never said he needs to. I never said I'm looking for it. I never asked for nothing. I actually said we are not ones to ask for a handout. If you want to support Cannon, go to itslucecannon.com and purchase a t-shirt, stream his music. Those are the things I said. Ak is the one that instigated and asked certain questions. And truth be told, it wasn't even what it was when he had talked to Wack. And Wack just went big on big for no reason. And I just feel he's a big bully, and at this point I don't want anything to do with him. He can go ahead and suck my motherfucking invisible dildo at this point.
Invisible dildo?
I wonder what Wack's gonna have to say about that. Wack's gonna turn up a couple notches, dude. Whenever they film the next one that you guys get to see, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot said.
That's a lot. I don't think Ak wants to suck that.
No, I wasn't talking about Ak, sweetie. I was talking about Wack. Okay, because
My
he's
bad.
to bully
Sweetie, too. I
women.
said sweetie.
He's to bully women, and it's not okay. He would never say those things if my husband was out of jail. He would never.
You guys aren't married, though. You guys use that term way too loosely.
Okay?
You think Wack is scared of Luce?
I don't know what he is. I'm not saying that. Don't put words in my mouth, just how it was. I never said that. But I know for a fact he wouldn't have done that if Cannon was out of
And I wonder at what point did we lose Luce Cannon? Because I haven't heard him say anything in a minute.
jail. Okay?
Well, because he's scared of him.
No, I didn't say that either. What I'm saying is he should have never disrespected me publicly. He could have called me. He said those things and all that and talking about my last check was from him. No. It's the other way around, sweetie. You made a commission on my check. So I paid you. How about that? Okay? Let's get that straight. All right? You're not even supposed to be talking about.
But if he got the commission, that means he brought the deal too, probably, right? Unless he's just your manager and gets it for facilitating it. But if he brought the deal and got his commission, he still brought the deal.
About that publicly. So let's get that straight too. Don't disrespect a woman. Because I definitely won't disrespect yours or anything with you. I never disrespected you. We actually showed mad love to him on that interview. When Cannon got on the live, he actually said, Wack's my guy, I love him. So if he really wanted to, he could have listened to it. I actually even joked and was, yeah, you know, he's his mistress. They're hot, they're cold, they argue, they're together. That wasn't a diss. That wasn't me being disrespectful. That was me saying how close they are. I'm damn, you always on the phone with Wack. He's your side woman. It wasn't I was disrespecting him or making it seem, saying he's a fucking bitch. No, I didn't say that. What I was saying was they're so close and they bicker, they're together. That's what I said. But people get in their feelings and got their panties in a fucking up their ass, a thong, want to act a little bitch.
She's getting so mad, she's getting flabbergasted. It ain't that fucking serious, man. Sure, you got a baby at the house. You got Luce busted. You got 60-something Airbnbs, you said. I don't know how you got the time to be on here doing all this shit. I don't even know, man. I'm just reacting to it.
You want to call me a bitch, then you're a bitch too. And nobody's trying to start a war between two people. I'm not trying to do that, and you know that, all right? And best believe, if you don't want to be his godfather, trust me, I didn't ask you to. That was Cannon, sweetie, okay? I didn't ask you to be my son's godfather. He's well taken care of and probably got more money than you right now. So I don't want to hear that shit.
I didn't realize that he was that serious. That he's the godfather. Holy
I didn't give him that title. Cannon did, and even truth be told, I answered it truthfully. He never not once gave my son a diaper, and you got a diaper company, and I'm not asking for it either. I never asked for anything from this man. Never, okay? Never asked a thing from this man. And I don't expect it either. Okay, they offered, before Callie was born, they even said, oh, Callie could, be the face of Incredible Diapers. I was like, okay, cool. When it was the baby shower, oh, change your diapers to Incredible Diapers on the registry. Don't put Pampers. I'm like, okay, cool. I still did it anyways.
Wack is saying that he's not the godfather.
Well, that's cool. Thank you. No problem. You didn't.
Is Wack here texting Adam live watching this, or is Adam getting live updates from somebody else?
Me a favor, because I didn't want to denounce you from being the godfather anyways, because you're not.
But was Wack there when you gave birth?
He was there, but because I had COVID, he couldn't come see me or nothing. So he was in the waiting room.
Oh, shit. Okay. Let me ask you this. Does it bother you at all that people are leaking your OnlyFans content on Reddit and whatnot?
Absolutely not. I'm going to tell you why. Because I put it up. But what bothers me is when people's motives are to be revengeful and do it in a negative way. Best believe, listen, my body is tea. I don't give a crap if you want to do that. But what's going to happen is if you're doing it in a form of revenge and trying to do it in a malice way, that's when it becomes a problem, and that is actually a crime, and those who are doing it are getting handled. It's already in the works.
She's always threatening everybody with all this fucking legal garbage. Get the fuck out of here.
Wow, okay, yeah, because I'm not gonna lie.
As your old man's busted and you're over here talking about telling.
I saw the clip of you chewing on Luce Cannon's ball sack,
and I had a good old time.
My blood pressure went through the roof.
That's great, because I know I was doubting that even Lil Durk was going to be on our podcast, these things. So I only watch things that people send me, and nobody sent me that. And whether or not he's a pathological liar or not, if that's true or not, clearly,
And, I mean, I guess they got to play into he's a pathological liar, because that's going to be his whole thing, I was lying. I didn't rob nothing. I'm doing it all for the clicks and the views. So for you to try to tell these stories and stand on business, but at the same time, well, I'm a liar and it's all for entertainment, it just don't balance out.
There's some truth to some things. I know everybody was doubting that even Lil Durk was going to be on our podcast interview this past Sunday, and look what happened. We made history, okay? We made history. Durk never did an interview since his arrest, and look.
It was barely an interview. You couldn't get the damn audio to work, and I bet you he sold him. Yeah, I'm talking to Akademicks. Do you want to get on and say hi? I bet you it was not how she's wording it. Hey, bro, I'm going to do this. Can we do this? It's going to help build my shit. I bet you the whole thing was, we're going on Wack's thing. Would you to get on and say hi to Wack? With them knowing that it's going to help their channel by using Durk. When they use Ak's name and Durk's, I guarantee it, bro. They got in the middle and play both sides. No way did they tell Durk they're filming their own shit. They're on fucking internet talking shit all the time. And then Durk's going to go get on there. No, it's not happening. I don't think. They had to fucking fool him with some bullshit.
The first one to do it. So y'all go eat that.
Eat that. Yo, okay.
Maybe eat my ass too, because if you're gonna watch that video, I'm sure a lot of y'all over there jerking off to my videos.
Yeah, put me.
She's way too full of herself, man. It's a tad bit annoying.
But I would no disrespect to Luce, but
thank you.
How do you feel about that? The IBM hoodlum guys basically pushing an angle that basically Wack is trying to put the no jumper fight video out there, hoping that there will be charges associated with it or something like that. Are you totally fully in line, in communication with the
Who in the fuck's tapping something, dude?
IBM fan base?
Honestly, no. Listen, they do what they do. I've already, I call them and I say, hey, listen, Wack don't this. Hey, listen, I got a call on this. They are.
If you ask me, I would say that IB4 Hoodlum Dude was the first person to put out that fight video. I seen it posted by him first. I seen his little watermark on everybody else's videos that were reposted. And if you're the first person to post it, you're going to put your little watermark because you want credit. If you're the second or third person, you're going to be whatever. You're just going to post it. Let the other dude's watermark be on there. So it's Luce's Cannon's homie set that shit up, bro. And that shit's crazy because when I was there, I was the only person there. Wax said it. He fucking secret's already out there. But when I walked out the door, there was already 4 or 5 people filming. I was just, damn, bro, this ain't how it's supposed to get down. You're doing something. You got 4 or 5 people filming. And now look, you want it out so bad. You want that image that you're this, that, and everything else. Now you got your ass sitting in a box because of it, dude. You call it entertainment all you want. The feds are going to call that shit truth. And then you got to go spend money and argue with them in court about it. So they're still going to win. Even if you beat the trial, they still took your time, a lot of your money, just for you to gain your freedom again. You don't win out of it all. Oh, I beat the case. Yeah, but what all did it take from you in your life to beat that case? It still took something.
Are grown. They gonna do what they want to do. At the end of the day, ain't nobody trying to be, that's why they're saying, Charisse called me and you guys are crying what we posting. Of course, you tell me to call them and stop them. If they choose not to stop, they choose not to stop. That's on them. They're just, everybody has freedom of speech and want to go and bash and talk and discredit my husband. They could do what they want to. It's fair game. You guys can dish it, but you can't take it. You could dish it, but you can't take it. You're going to have to take it when it comes. It is what it is. And you want to say it's war now? Okay, then go ahead. Go and get your best battlefield gear on. I could care less. Ain't nothing you can say or do to me.
Oh, these people are crazy.
That'll hurt me.
These people are crazy.
I'm straight where I'm at.
Okay, this is my other main question as well. Is if Luce is of the opinion that Brick told, that Brick is some kind of snitch, and then Durk is at least in theory supposed to be cool with Brick, wouldn't Durk not want to get on a call with Akademicks and have his first time speaking to the public be on a call with somebody who's also pushing the line of accusing Brick of being a snitch? To me, that almost feels some kind of slight.
I don't feel Durk really knew everything that was going on, because even when they had that call going and Charisse chimed in and said some words to Durk, it was so awkward, and he was just kind of, who's that? What? I thought I was here to talk to Ak, and now I got some woman that I have no idea who the hell she is talking to me and asking. I felt that's when the conversation kind of turned, and Durk was just, yeah, I just do my own thing. I'm trying to learn Arabic or, I don't know, whatever. I think Arabic, right? Whatever he said. I just stayed to myself, do my thing, try to read my books. He wasn't very open. There wasn't a lot said. I mean, everyone's still gonna watch it because it's kind of interesting. Yeah, Dirk spoke, but there ain't shit there.
Brick diss on behalf of Dirk.
I wouldn't say that because first and foremost, Kenna didn't say Brick was a snitch. Okay, let's not put words in his mouth.
Oh, that's what I'm being told. I don't want you to
No, he never said that. So let's clear that up. Second of all, if you heard what Dirk said on the interview, he said, "I don't care who has a problem with who or what the issues are. If I'm cool with them, I'm cool with them," and that's a fact. That's it. And that's where it's gonna sit. He doesn't care what mess or ish dramas or who or what. If he's cool.
All right, I'm over this, over hearing her talk, but I bet you Luce is gonna try to be. If he gets out anytime soon, I was busted with Dirk. That's my boy. Yada 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 yada. It's gonna be all kinds of shit, unless him and Dirk don't ever come home for fucking. I mean, Dirk, if he gets found guilty for that, I don't know if he'll ever make it home. Maybe a fucking long time. If Luce gets found guilty for the robbery and that, I think it maybe do the least 10 years. Worst case, maybe 15. He's not involved in any super violent shit. The only extorting is the weed shop, allegedly. I think Luce probably do 10 probably. But 10 years from now, still telling stories about being with Dirk in MDC, people ain't really gonna care, bro. Whatever little fame you got from Dirk just happened unless you become BFFs with him. But he ain't gonna get on here and start talking that much. Just maybe they could hear you when you're on the phone. Yo, what up, Dirk? And then Akbara, or whatever they say. You know, you might get a little bit of that out of them, but that ain't much. But pretty much that sums it up, dude. I just wanted to react to this because I think it's crazy how these people just go back and forth and argue, and you don't know if it's real, if it's not real. It just sounds like a bunch of voice actors because all you hear is their voice most of the time. So it's these arguing voice actors. But yeah, with that, let me know your 2 cents in the comments. Let me know what you don't. Later.